evening. This is Action Speaks Volume Summit coming to you live from Windhoek, Namibia. It is such an honor to be part of this session. My thanks goes to Dr. Onika Shirley. She was my first ever coach, online coach, but she was also my first presenter and the one who took me in the Action Speaks Volume Summit. I'm the founder of VIPs, that is Vision, Identity and Purpose Network, where we help individuals to step out of limiting beliefs into absolute clarity of purpose, absolute clarity of call, and absolute clarity of assignment. My name is Simone Shihepo Mulamata, and I'm speaking to you from Windhoek, Namibia. As I said earlier, founder of VIPs, we clarify the vision from the ambition. We support individuals in our mentorship program to transform and to not just dream big, but living their dreams. I want to encourage you before I continue to just grab a cup of coffee or tea wherever you are, grab a pen and paper, share the session with your friends, and also sit down and listen. I'm going to give you some pointers, but also some nuggets, but also some solid facts that you can take along. Tonight, I want to speak to you about your next level of greatness. How to move to your next level of greatness. Why am I speaking to you about this? Because I believe that you are destined for greatness. Each and every individual is destined for greatness in his or her field of industry. Life is a journey, a very, very exciting journey, and you are created for your journey. And as I briefly mentioned to you, I will touch on the laws that take you to the next level of greatness. I'll briefly touch on the mindset you need to go to the next level of greatness and the action you need. The first law I want to speak about is the law of intentionality. Intentionality is key to moving to a next level. If you listen to Action Speaks Volume, you will hear that we so easily fall into procrastination. That is because many a times we falter from being intentional of what we are doing. What is intentionality? It can be defined as the wish and the capacity to have an impact or to make an impact, to act upon that with persistence, because it is the persistence that breaks the resistance. This is related to a sense of competence, but also a sense of being effective at what you are doing. Intentionality can also be described as the fact of being deliberate or purposive, purpose-driven. It can be defined as the power of minds and mental states to be about or to represent or to stand for things, properties, and states of affairs. That is being intentional. But in intentionality, we also want to say you need to purpose to change your approach towards life and towards success. Success is 80% mindset and 20% strategy. Greatness is 100% application of the law, the mindset, and the action needed to move to the next level of greatness. Purpose to change your position, purpose to change your approach towards life, but also to your dreams and your vision. Don't settle for mere achievement, settle for impact, whilst continually celebrating every achievement, because if you do not celebrate your achievement, you will end up settling on achievement and you will end up procrastinating and you will end up with an arrival mentality. It is a rival mentality that sometimes makes us not to remember that we need to move on to a next level. Feed the picture of your goals continually. Protect the gift of passion within you. That passion that drives you to want to move forward, to want to grow to a next level. Protect that gift of passion within you. Guard your focus every minute, every second, every hour. And this is for multi-passionate creatives. It's possible to be multi-passionate, creative. It's possible to be very innovative, but it's also possible to focus on one thing at a time. Find your niche. Find your niche, and that will help you to focus on one thing at a time. Be ruthless with your distractions. Deal with distractions. Whatever your distractions are, deal with it. Work out a way of dealing with distractions and having a program and being focused on your program. You may start small or very little, but when you start or when you begin to love what you do, it consumes your mind, your thoughts, your conversations, and your schedule. You will experience extraordinary success, but also extraordinary progress. The next thing I want to talk about is the law of perception. But law of perception is as key to moving to your next level of greatness. The law of perception deals with how we view matters concerning ourselves, concerning our circumstances, concerning where we are at in life at this moment. You must see yourself through the eyes of what you are becoming, but also where you are going, but also the positive in your journey, as opposed to where you are currently struggling or where you are at, your failures, your faults. Live your life for where you are going and prepare accordingly. Keep your eyes on the prize. Keep your eyes on the bigger picture. Keep your eyes on the end result. My question to you when I talk of the law of perception is, what do you perceive at the moment? You may want to ask your question. You may want to discuss on the table or wherever you are with somebody. What do you perceive at the moment? Because that determines whether you are on the way to your next level of greatness. Your inner perception determines your outward projection. We are living from the inside out, and that is why it starts from within. Your perception is a preview of your future. Whatever you perceive in your mind, in your heart, will manifest in your life, or it will manifest in the natural, in your career, in your finances, in your marriage, in your business, in your personal relations. Perceptions drive off two issues: reality and revelation. There are two pillars of perception. You can focus on what you have and where you are at, what you are struggling with, or you can choose to focus what God has for you and where you are going and what you are thriving within. What makes you tick? What are you passionate about? What is driving you? What makes you wake up every morning? Reality deals with where you are at in the natural, but revelation deals with seeing yourself according to God's greater plan. What is your greater vision? That is my question. When you focus on the revealed state of your vision and perceive yourself in terms of that, it produces a manifestation of your thoughts. And once it gets into your thoughts, you begin to create. Innovation kicks in and you find yourself doing great wonders, moving to the next level of greatness with passion, with fire, with power, and you see yourself achieving greater things. And for thought leaders, you must be a winner in your mind before you will be a winner in the field of life. And that is what we teach in thought leadership. If you don't see yourself there before you arrive or even before you start packing, you will never qualify for the destination. What are we saying? As you go somewhere, as you want to be at the next level, you need to see yourself in that plan, in your thoughts, in whatever you are doing. What you cannot visualize, you will not be able to materialize. Very important for us. You are your first resource. I'm saying you, what you cannot visualize, you will not be able to materialize. You are your first resource, but you are also your greatest resource. You are the first person to encourage yourself. Always celebrate yourself. Always declare you to yourself. You in your greatness. Always celebrate your wins. But remember, all great things start small. And because it starts small, now is the time to start. If you can elevate your perception above your current circumstances, especially in areas of stagnancy, in areas where you are struggling, in areas that where you may face difficulty, and where you focus and your beliefs are shaken. But if you can focus on the next level, elevate that perception, then nothing is impossible. Nothing is impossible. Go back, look at your circumstances and tell yourself, whatever you want to see, everything is possible. Because you become what you think. And that is why the Bible says, as a man thinks in his heart, so is he. What are your thoughts at the moment? What is your wealth style? Another question I want to ask you. We talk so much of lifestyle. I want to change my lifestyle. What is your wealth style? You become what you think. If you think you cannot do something, if you think you cannot achieve something, you will not. Because you become that. You live what you think. And that is why you become what you think. And that is a process. What are your thoughts? What are you meditating on? Begin to happen to things and not things happening for you anymore. Your belief matters. You won't act if you don't believe. And you also need to remember that lacks come from unbelief. I believe that limited belief is unbelief, and that is why I help people out of limiting beliefs, out of stuck situations. You have to make an unapologetic decision. It starts with a decision. It starts with a decision. And decision, being decisive, is a leadership quality, is a quality of greatness. Your overall perception also determines your magnetism. People respond to you according to how you see yourself. If your perception is low, and if your perception is that of a timid person, that is how they will view you, and they will respond to you accordingly. Teach people how to see you, but also teach people how to treat you. Be careful what you think and what you do and the actions you take when things are not very well in your life, in your finances, in your business, and in your vision. You are created for your journey. Remember, I said life is an exciting journey. You are created for that excitement. And in that excitement, you will experience about everything. But always bear in mind, you are destined for greatness. Your destiny is where the greatness lies. Be mindful of the stop signs on your pathway to greatness. Greatness rejects negativity. Greatness rejects negative attitudes. Greatness rejects negative energies. Stop talking about your limited education. Stop making excuses. It is no longer an excuse. The moment you become aware of it, it is no longer an excuse. Stop complaining about your poor family, where you grew up, about your past. Stop repeating stories of failures. Stop repeating stories of calamity. Stop pointing your finger at your boss who gave you a poor salary, at your family member who did not give unto you what you expected from them. Remember, once you put an expectation into something or somebody, you create a pedestal, and that is your pedestal. And you need to take responsibility for the action of creating the pedestal. So they are not responsible for the things you are blaming them for. Take authority. Take responsibility, because that is what is taking you to a next level. Stop advertising your pain. Everybody around you goes through pain. Find new ways of dealing with the pain. Your pain was there to make things happen for you and not to make things happen to you. There is a purpose to pain. Stop meditating on your flaws and on your shortcomings. For every shortcoming, we have a strength. Focus on your strengths, build on your strengths, and see how that can take you to a next level. Stop walking around thinking that you have to wait for someday for things to happen or to take action, because you are always 100% worthy all the time, unconditionally. For if you are worthy of breathing, you are just as worthy as rising, and you are just as worthy of greatness. I told you, you are destined for greatness. Also remember, great people always have great thoughts, great ideas, great expectations. And that when things are not working out for great people, they take the positive out of a situation. They take the greatness out of the situation. They pick the lesson. And they take what they need on their journey to greatness. You've got to shift your paradigm. Change the way you see calamity. Change the way you respond to calamity. Change the way you respond to people. Change the way you approach your challenges. Change the way you are dealing with things. You cannot approach things the same way and expect greater results. Remember, you already qualified for the level at which you are at. You need to now work or thrive or strive to qualify to the next level. It's a different test. It's a different challenge, and you need to stretch yourself. You need to increase your capacity. You need to enlarge your coast. You need to stretch yourself. So change the way you approach things. Change the way you deal with comfort. For some of us, we need to get out of our comfort zone. Some of us, we need to get uncomfortable with being comfortable in the same situation over and over and over again. For some of us, we need to stand up for what we believe. For some of us, we need to just rise up on the inside and take a step. Be on fire for what you desire. Be expectant at all times. Expect great things to come your way at all times. And always focus and see the positive in everything. Finally, time is essential in your season to the next level. We say time management is important. I want to tell you that activity management is important. That is why I said shift your paradigm. Change the way you think. Change the way you look at things. Stop thinking in a box. Think without a box. I always tell people, don't tell anybody to get out, to think outside the box, because we do not place people into a box. We live and think without a box. And finally, seize the moment. Every moment in life is a miracle that never returns. As you go through this summit, there are so many great things that are about to come your way. Seize the moment. This is Simone coming to you from Windhoek, Namibia. It's such an honor to be part of this summit. It's such an honor to be part of Action Speaks Volume, and it's such an honor to having been coached by Dr. Onika Shirley. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope you have some nuggets that you take away from here. Thank you so much.